Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of ETTWomen TV. We are super excited. I am your host, Vanessa and
Lynette Barbieri. Good morning.
And we are excited to have
Good morning. I'm Danielle Arno.
Danielle Arno, our awesome member and founder of ArtWorx Events. Can you tell us a little bit about what you do? First of all, let's start with how long you've been a part of ETTWomen.
A couple years.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly how long, but
At
it's
least
been a
two.
couple years.
At least
2 years. And what motivated you to start your business?
I always knew that I wanted to own my own business, be an entrepreneur. I actually started my first business at, I was about 10 years old.
Okay.
I sold hand-painted clothing. I've had like a very diverse route up until now. I did marketing, I did events, I did art education, I have my principal certification, gemologist, all sorts of things. So kind of combining all of my education and experience is what led me to do this particular business. I always knew that I wanted to ultimately own my own business, but the things that led up to this were all my diverse education and different things. I worked in the city. I just did a whole lot of different kinds of things, and my husband and I were watching a show, and probably well over 10 years ago at this point, and it was the paint and sip concept, and decided that since I do art and business and love to talk to people and like to drink wine and
Who doesn't like
Seems to
wine?
fit.
socialize and all of that,
Yeah.
and plus had experience in business and art, that it would be a good idea for me to look into. So I looked into a couple of the franchises. At the time when I started, so that was over 10 years ago.
Was
this
that when
business,
all the franchises started?
I started here. I was the first in Monmouth County.
Okay.
So none of them existed in this immediate area, and there were very few in New Jersey. I think there was like 1 or 2 up in North Jersey when I started, which was in October of 2013. Was when I formed my business. So when I started, you would say I would tell people I do paint and sip, and they would just look at me. What is that? Like, I have no idea what that is, and I would have to explain it.
You paint and you drink.
You
paint
and
and
I
you
I'll
drink.
teach you step by step. You don't need experience.
Yeah.
So after we decided I was not going the franchise route, I just started from scratch and built the entire business. And smaller, more boutique style business. Obviously, at this point, there are many, many others, but I was really the first here. I had like a press release I put out
So
back
you
in
were
then.
the pioneer, and I always
For
thought
here, right? Not the whole
Well,
concept.
but I always found that very interesting, though, from the conversations that we've had about your business, that you've always have made it a point to share that it's not a franchise. I actually started this myself.
Because it's important to me. It's important to me because for a lot of reasons.
Yeah.
I think that starting something from scratch, it's not that I am putting down anyone who decides to go that route.
Yeah.
It's just a very different route, and I'm proud that I have formed it from scratch. I had to do everything myself, and I wasn't leaning on people to do my advertising and my formatting and my everything.
You come up with it on your
So,
own. Is your husband your partner?
Legally, he's my partner. However, really, when we formed the business, he did like the back end of he's a lawyer, so just forming like the entire back end.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's my partner in that, he's with the kids at those off hours when I'm not working. When he's working, I'm with them on, the other times.
Okay. He just doesn't do the
So
partners.
he used to do the books. That didn't work out so well. So after that, it's really, just on paper.
Okay.
So how do you feel, though, that through the years, because you say there are a lot of these paint and sip concepts now growing, how do you feel, though, that you have kind of cemented your own business here in the area? Because I personally see you everywhere. You seem to be hosting an event almost every week. Almost every week.
In the beginning, I worked with a lot of local restaurants to do a lot of what I call public or open events. I barely do any of those now because that was the difference with so many of these other companies coming in. I'm aware of a few that have closed locally, but I am more about doing like the private events at this point.
Where can people find you?
My website is artworxevents.com, ArtWorxEvents.com. I'm also on Instagram, Pinterest. I don't have a huge profile, but Instagram, Pinterest, Facebook, Google, any of the above, and pretty easy to search on Google.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Danielle.
Thank you for having me.
Thank
Until
you.
next time.